Hello everyone, my name is Uthris, and welcome to something a little bit different than normal. So we are in a map editor. I'm not really experienced in making maps for video games, though I have messed around in editors in the past, like Warcraft 3 and StarCraft, just fiddling about. And I have a few friends over in the Rappack, and they play a lot of Metal Warrior Assault Squad, and that's a game that I do have, as I was interested in learning it a few years, or about a year or so ago, and turns out that I'm not good at it at all. But what I wanted to do is maybe try and use some of my creativity to make a map. And I have to say, first off, this map editor is one of the hardest things to use in the world. It's not very user-friendly, and the learning curve is initially fairly high. So if you guys want to stumble along with me through the trials and errors of getting everything working, let me know for sure, because I would be happy to record and let you guys learn with me, as I didn't really find hardly any videos on how to build any of this. It was a few text tutorials, and then people from the Rappack giving me tips and tricks and how to find things. Really, the biggest issue is just how painting the ground texture works. There's these hard line areas that you have to kind of layer them and then cover them up with objects and basically stamps that stamp the terrain to have a certain effect. So like over here, this technically has a hard line, but because there's a road over top of it, you don't see it. There's a bunch of other things that I'm still learning, of course. How to layer stamps priority list wise, and just object management, getting the details right. I'm not really known for my war game knowledge, so a lot of this is probably, if you guys know a lot about the era and vehicles and just how the setting should be, it's probably going to look a little off to you guys, so don't berate me too hard on that, as it's not really my strong suit. I stick to mainly fantasy things. But I do like how the editor looks once you start adding details, and just how kind of quickly the details start adding up and becoming this very beautiful, picturesque kind of village. This is just a random European village. It is technically based off of a real place, but the buildings and everything do not match at all. I basically just copied just the street, and that's it. So I just went on Google Earth, found a random town, made the street, and then went from there. So we're just going to hop into a quick speed build of this, so you can guys kind of see a very fast-paced, heightened version of kind of the workflow, and placing some of these structures down, and how many different things you can get into. All these objects are placed down, and of course I have a little person here to test to make sure the terrain is navigable, and doorways are wide enough for people to go through, and pathing, especially like with these little things here over like the water runoff areas near the fields and things like that. It is a fairly cool thing to do, so I enjoyed it a lot. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and play a bit of a speed build. If you guys are interested in seeing more, make sure to let me know down below. But pretty much after the speed build goes, that'll be it. So see you guys in the next episode.